Yo, we are back. Let's get it.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. You guys know what time it is. We are back. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it.
What's up, bro? What's good, man?
Hey, man, listen, bro, this is a night that the Lord made, bro. We are here. We are here, brother. I tell you what, yo, I feel like we need to do more shows, bro. Like way more shows, bro. Yeah. Because look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This Raider news is killing us right now. It is killing us. This
racism is killing me.
Oh, this racism is killing me.
Yo, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, you guys, make sure you wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs over at Wasted channel. Also, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are not subscribed to both channels, Raider Nation Unlimited and OLV Raiders Network. Also, salute to everyone listening over at Spotify and Apple Podcast. You guys are definitely appreciated. Once again, I always say it, the audio side of things, when you guys continue to run those numbers up, it provides new opportunities for us over here at Shieldmore. So make sure you continue to hit that download button on every video. We have a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, man, I've been messing up on the audio pod. Guys, listen.
I'm keeping this lit.
No, don't worry. I've been messing up.
So Demando with that content. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to Mutation Times 2 as well. Always pulling up. I don't know if you're just re-ing up or becoming a member on one of the channels, but we appreciate you, my brother. Salute to Mutation. He was the one that won the Maxx Crosby autograph jersey, man. It's always good.
Oh, yeah, he lit with that, man.
Mutation in the building. We got a lot to talk about tonight, you guys. I was going to wait for 300 people to get in the room, but we already pretty much are at 300 right now. Salute to everybody also watching on Twitter. As always, we appreciate you guys. And moving forward, we're also going to connect Wasted's Twitter as well. So stay tuned. We're going to be lit all over the place. And you know what? I think we need to connect the IGs as well and just keep it rocking all over the place. You know what I mean?
Man. Yo, listen, the TikTok. Listen, I'm telling you, we are going to be on every social medium, so you guys can't escape this train that's rolling down the block, man. We are about to take over this whole ethos.
Talk that shit. And salute to Unc in the building. Good evening, my brothers. Graphic and Wasted. Hashtag therapy. You can't say it any better than what Unc just said right now. Yeah. Some therapy tonight. We got a lot to talk about, you guys. We are definitely going to talk about this Tom Brady, CJ Carr situation. We have to talk about the whole Aqib Talib, Maxx Crosby situation as well. We're going to go into free agency, you guys. For those, we're going to end the show with a new segment that's going to be called. What was it called again? Wasted. I'm tripping right now. What was it called again? I forgot. What did I say on the phone? To be or not to be?
Oh yeah.
To be,
to be or not to be is the question.
There you have it.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about that. Trey Tucker's words about becoming wide receiver one. We're gonna talk about Caleb Rogers as well. We have a lot to talk about, so we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So you guys get comfortable, and again, get those likes up and also hit that subscribe button. Salute to Top Beats in the building. It's always good to see my guy out there in another country right now tapping in. Salute to one of the Mob Fathers, Oakland's own Top Beats. I know he's going to be over here holding the chat down. His trigger finger is always itching, so he is ready to get trolls up out of here. And salute to John Bailey, my guy. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute to you. Me and my dog had some words in the inbox. He thought I was actually mad at him when I really wasn't. It was funny because he was like, yo, I said something in the chat and you didn't respond to me. And I said some things. And he was like, yo, I was just playing. But he didn't realize I was just playing as well. So salute to John Bailey, my dog. And you've met John in person before over at Barcode. That's my guy. Every time we go to Vegas.
Like it's going to be blocked with the fire of 1,000 suns. The F is going on here.
Salute to the Marcus Webb as well, man. My guy, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My dog, my brother, I salute. I appreciate you as always, forever indebted. Salute to all the new members here in the building. If you guys want to become members of Green Dot Gang and get off my lawn gang, hit the links. They're pinned up top, and they definitely help us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore. Let's get to it, man. I want your take on this whole Aqib Talib, Maxx Crosby situation. I'm gonna read over it, and we'll have a few, you kind of informed me some more of the clips that he actually said. Okay, I didn't get really too many details. All I seen was a Bronco talking bad about a Raider. In a friend of the show, in the GOAT in that locker room, Maxx Crosby, and I jumped out the window immediately on Twitter. We were both kind of talking our shit a little bit, but he kind of says some things, and we'll get to what he said. But this is what Maxx said in response to Aqib Talib. Okay. You can't get mad at somebody that's uneducated in the situation. I don't even have to defend myself, Crosby said on the Rush podcast, his own podcast. Go look up the numbers. Go look up the tape. Go watch me play a football game. Go watch the game I played on Thursday. So this is Crosby responding to Aqib Talib saying that he didn't play the run, and that we gave up 150 yards against the Denver Broncos on the ground Thursday night and blah, right? And Maxx kind of went into detail about meeting him before in Texas, and, they were cool and so on and so forth. And he also said, I fuck with Aqib Talib, like he's a dog. And so looking forward to the situation, having him come and say that shit, he could have an opinion about whatever, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay, now you want to inform the chat for those who don't know what he said, a little bit about what he said, Aqib Talib?
Well, Aqib Talib was pretty much saying that, he wasn't necessarily saying that Maxx, doesn't defend the run and this, that, and third. He was making that kind of juxtaposition between him and what they were saying about, oh my God, it's late. I was about to call him Myles Garrett, but Micah Parsons.
Yes.
And what happened was they clipped it and it went viral. So they didn't finish it off. So it was really a clip. So he didn't really shit on Maxx. But the thing is, man, you got to understand when you're over there with Skip Bayless, and then it is a network and a show that is kind of mirroring Gilbert's Arena, and it's produced by Gilbert Arenas and the same people over there at Underdog.
Yeah. They're looking for some hot takes. They're looking for some.
They're the kings of clickbait. I mean, listen, Skip Bayless invented the hot take in sports.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He invented it. Like everybody gives it to Stephen A, but it's really Skip.
No, he is.
When you're with Skip Bayless, that's what's gonna happen. But not for nothing. And I know you got your take. I don't like Aqib Talib anyway.
Me neither. At all.
Fuck him.
Fake tough guy.
Yeah.
Fake tough guy. Fake. Like he still talk shit about the whole Crabtree situation and the chain and blah, blah, blah. You guys were on a football field, Aqib Talib. You guys weren't at a club. You weren't in the streets. You weren't in a situation where y'all can really get down to the nitty gritty, where you don't have a million teammates and coaches and refs that are gonna break it up. Nobody ever is gonna be called a gangster on a football field. I'm sorry. Yeah, you snatch bread chain. It is what it is. That was a big hot button topic at the time. And it happened, I believe, in 2016. That was the year where we had a phenomenal year. We were 12-4, and we know what happened at the end of the year, right? DC breaks his leg. We lose to the Texans in the wild card, so on and so forth. But this is what Aqib Talib had to say in response to Maxx Crosby. He went on Twitter. He said, at Maxx, I was making a point, brother. You can't tell from the clip that was posted, but I promise you can if you watch the full convo. You are top in the league versus capitalized everything, run and the pass. This is Skip Bayless's fault. Laugh out loud. Nothing but respect, my boy. You already know that. So we kind of backtracked a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? He would have died on that hill had the court of public opinion not dogged him out like that.
Oh yeah,
and that's the problem with a lot of this stuff, man. It'd be a lot of fake love, fake tough shit, just a lot of fake shit. You know, a lot of these. The thing that has happened in the last 3 years is that every athlete that's ever laced them up has a damn podcast now.
Yes.
So how do you differentiate yourself from the really good ones? Like, listen, All the Smoke with Trendsetters, man. It was a brilliant show. Really, you know, Brandon Marshall and them over there, they really set the table with the football players, and then the branch off of that, because you know Brandon Marshall's a social assassin.
Yeah,
you know, he fucked his show up. And then they got with Ryan Clark, who was more entrenched in the media than him.
Yeah.
And now they've taken their show to another level, right? So, you know, after those shows, the rest of these shows are a poor imitation of that.
Yeah. Well, the problem is this, Wasted. They're hiring a bunch of loudmouths. They're not hiring intellectual guys that look at the game differently and just want to break the game down. They're bringing in guys that are loudmouth guys that when they played in the NFL. And this is no knock. I love Richie Incognito, and he stood up for Maxx through and through. But again, when you're Gilbert Arenas and you're Skip Bayless, and you bring on Richie Incognito, right? And I love Richie. He is a dog. This is no knock to Richie. But again, we know the history of what Richie had to deal with at the NFL level, right? We know Aqib Talib, the situation with his brother, you know, off the field, the whole shooting. And him being a loudmouth in the NFL, and rightfully so. Won a Super Bowl, all-pro talent, was a lockdown corner for you know a portion of his career. This is no knock to his game. But again, a lot of these people are hiring these guys because they know they're just going to come in and just kind of spew whatever the fuck comes to mind. This is who they are.
Well, you know, they've taken the journalism out of sports journalism.
Yes.
And look, I don't want to be a hypocrite because of the way sports have gone and technology is going. That's what birthed Graphk's platform, and then an offshoot of that is my platform, right? So that's the reason why we've been able to get into this medium. That's the reason why we've been able to kind of curate our own space in this, right? But I think the difference between us and a lot of athletes is that athletes hang their hat on the fact that they played the game, right? And that makes them
respectfully,
it makes them authorities on what they're talking about. But what they're not authorities on is how to curate a good show and how to give people information and not affirmation, and not put, you know, their ego over the greater good of the show. And I think especially with that amalgamation of people that they have over there, Skip's supposed to be the moderator, but Aqib Talib is so like aggressive with his point of view and loud, and it's really it's a rough watch for me.
It is. I can't
watch like the pivot. I can watch the pivot.
Yes,
I love Freddie T and them guys and Ryan Clark and what they do.
Right? Well, you crazy. I enjoy listening to Richie on the show.
I love listening to Richie.
Richie, like he's been very, very like
you could tell he was media trained though.
Yeah,
he probably went to college for. I don't know what he went to college for, but you can tell, right? Like Ryan Clark, you can tell Ryan Clark is polished in media. But I think
are you talking about King Apologist?
Oh yeah.
King Apologist that are just throwing
the backpack assassin.
Real quick, man. Salute the Rube. Even comparing Maxx and Mike in the run game is disrespectful, and that's always been Micah's knock on his game, was not playing the run. Right? Maxx is the best run defending edge player the last 5 seasons, and this is facts. Maxx has never had an issue playing the run at all. He is stout getting to the quarterback and playing the run game. So again, to hear him say that, now I think Aqib just seen this. This is the problem with this shit, Wasted, right? These guys run into these cameras and all they look is at the box score. That's all they look at is, oh, they give up 150 plus on the ground. Oh, Maxx didn't show up. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. You're not doing your actual homework. You know, like I would prefer these athletes to have maybe 1-2 shows a week tops, where they actually sit down and they're not being fed information and they're not just going off of ESPN box score. You can clearly see that that's all they're going off of.
Well, some of them. You have others that, you know, and I don't want to get too deep into this, right? Because, you know, listen, like I said, respectfully, those guys play the game and I always give them that credit, right? But I would prefer for people that don't really watch the sport to do what Garyon and what Stu do.
Yes.
Garyon will tell you in a heartbeat. Salute to Garyon Conley, our brother Garyon.
Our brother, man.
He will tell you in a heartbeat, yo, I don't watch sports like that. I spent my life playing them and coaching it. He goes, I don't watch it. And Skip will tell you in a heartbeat. You guys see Skip on here. Hey, what's number 16's name?
Oh, you must do.
Yeah. Stu will tell you, no. Who's number 12 again?
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Yeah, him. Who's number 12 again? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. It'd be like, yo,
we love my brother Stu, but the good thing is, right, he knows the game. So when we get him in his bag, he's breaking this shit down to a T. I want to hear Aqib Talib talk about the cornerback position. I want to talk about, he needs to talk about the X's and O's of this shit. The problem is Skip knows what he's doing. Gilbert Arenas knows what he's doing. They're bringing in these guys that had so-called problems in their career and bringing them in and giving them a soundboard to just tee off. And that's a problem because you look at 150 yards and you're thinking, did you watch the game? Did you like how many yards of those did Maxx give up on that side of the football field? Like honestly, you're not watching the game.
It's bad for me because it cheapens what guys like Lincoln Kennedy does.
Oh my God,
is phenomenal.
We're getting Link on the show too. I just reached out. We got to get Link on the show.
Yo, Link is phenomenal. Eric Allen is phenomenal at what he does. Like, you know, I remember back in the day, John Ritchie.
Yeah,
John Ritchie was phenomenal, bro.
I love what Kurt Warner does.
That are Raiders.
I love what Kurt Warner does.
Kurt Warner is amazing at what he does. Brian
Gruden, phenomenal.
Brian Baldinger, one of the best out there. Yo, these are all guys who play the game, but they put the work in too,
and
right?
They're doing it the right way.
Yeah, they do it the right way, and they put the work in, and they do their homework, and they don't just go on the screen and just say stuff. And the one thing that we don't do over here, and we're not them, we definitely do our homework.
Yes,
and that's the reason why you guys are all here. We do our homework. I don't like this whole just roll it out there, and because I was in the league, I just get to be on screen and not be informed. And I think that's very dangerous. And I think what's starting to happen in media in general, not just sports media, is that you have a whole lot of opinions and not a whole lot of fact out there.
Yep. And again, I think it's because there's so much going on now. There's so many different shows. There's so many different platforms that they feel like they're in a race to get to shit first, that they don't do their homework. They don't do their due diligence. And it's sad because Aqib Talib is a phenomenal football player, Super Bowl winning corner. And it's just sad to see that. Now, again, we went on Twitter and tried to right us wrong. And again, I don't know what the whole clip said, but from what I don't know how you correct what that one clip said. Like Maxx doesn't do both. You clearly don't.
That means you don't watch football like that on that level.
No.
You were saying that, yo, he's not good against the runs. Like, bro, who are we talking about here, bro? That's the best. Listen, we talk about setting an edge in the run game. He is the best run defending defensive end I've seen in the last 15 years.
He leads the league every year in tackles for loss. Like every year. Like he's like breaking records and shit with like tackles.
Hurries, all that. But yo, I'm talking about even before this generation of edge rushers. Yeah. He is the best run defending edge rusher I've seen since the 90s, bro.
Well, let me say this. Khalil Mack was phenomenal with us against the run. We've had a blessing to have two guys that we've drafted back-to-back homegrown talents that play the run at a high clip.
But the difference between Maxx and Khalil is that Khalil is a linebacker too.
Yeah.
So I expect for him to be phenomenal against him. He's an undersized edge. This is a edge. This guy, like, until this year, he wasn't dropping back in the coverage. He's not playing linebacker. He plays with his hand on the ground. Yeah. That's phenomenal, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I can't think of anybody since probably like Julius Peppers, or like I can't think of anybody.
Yeah. I was just reading up on Julius Peppers' story yesterday. That there's not going to be too many of those in the future. That's just an anomaly.
Bro, he's so different, bro. I told you when we saw him down at
we were in Vegas, and me, you, Andy, and Hammer were sitting outside of the Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, when he got out, he looked like a fucking demigod. You remember that, Graphk? You was like, yo,
what?
You know what's funny? Yo, because Graphk was sitting there, we were talking, we were bullshitting and laughing. and then Julius Peppers gets out of it out of a
Uber.
limo, nice ass car, right? Uber, right?
Like a nice ass Uber, like
he gets out the Uber Black, and he gets out, and he just keeps it look like Biff in Back to the Future. He just kept getting taller. And Graphk is like, yo, he talking, he laughing, he all, you know how Graphk is, Graphk all loud and shit. He said, yeah, hey, yo, wait, that's a big motherfucker.
That's a big
bro. Out of nowhere, yo. He's like, yo, that's a big one.
He had like 11 sacks, I believe. Like, if not the last year in the NFL, the year prior, like he was dominant at his position. Like this dude was just different.
Bro,
Real quick,
I saw him when he was in college.
Played basketball, played running back.
We were at spring break, Black Bike Week down in Virginia Beach, and he rolled up in there in a t-shirt shop, and it looked like, bro. I'm like, who the fuck is that dude?
Yeah.
Like he had to bend down. You know how like when you down Virginia Beach, he had to bend down to come in a t-shirt shop.
Motherfucker built like a transformer, bro.
I was like, who the fuck is that dude?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if that guy, like, you know how when you say to yourself, man, maybe if this would have went right, that would have right. Maybe I could have had a couple of play. Listen, when you see that fucking guy, you're like, yo, there's no way in the world I could have ever played a national football.
They said he played every position. Like that's like,
yeah, you saw that when Brendan Hayward was talking about him.
That's insanity, bro. Salute to G-Town. Salute y'all. I live in Texas, and believe me, I want to beat the Cowgirls more than anything, but I'm extremely concerned about this O-line and also which defense will show up. Hopefully, the one that we just saw. Salute to my guy G-Town. We're going to talk about that here shortly because it looks like Caleb Rogers was kind of alluding to him potentially starting Monday night. So I think they got a chance to kind of see what they had out there with Will Putnam and Alice Kappa, and I think that they're going to kind of, reset, so to speak, against the Cowboys Monday night, and especially with Quinnen Williams and Frank Clark next to each other in Quinnen Williams' debut. They're going to want to try and get those guys out there, and it won't work with what we had out there against the Denver Broncos. We were sacked, 8-9 times or some shit like that. It was nasty. It was nasty. But G-Town, I live in Dallas. I would love to beat the Cowboys. Like, honestly, I know everybody's like, let's just lose every game. No, man, this Monday night means a lot to me.
Yeah, it's not a player in this draft that's worth losing every game for.
It really isn't. It really isn't. And there's a lot of question marks even around the guys. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, like, you're right. And I think the best player in this draft, and some people may think that I'm biased as hell, is Jeremiah Love, and we don't need a running back. So like he is just like, so you put him over here, and then everybody else is over here. Like I think
he's better than Julius Jones was.
I definitely, and I love Julius coming out of Arkansas, bro. I loved him. It's about Julius.
No, Julius, not Felix Jones.
Oh, I thought you said Felix.
Julius Jones.
Oh no! Oh shit!
I don't know, man. Julius
you know
Jones.
What? No, I'm gonna go yes. For some reason, I thought Felix Jones out of Arkansas, but no, Julius was phenomenal. But I think that Jeremiah is going to be the next best thing, not named Ashton Genty. So, salute to the Mokes. Sports shows have to compete with content creators now. This is facts. Hence why they're doing all this extra shit. Salute to my guy, the Mokes. You ain't never lie, bro. But guess what? We're just little old fans and little old content creators. Like, I see a lot of these guys get frustrated about what we do. Some of these guys will go out there and they'll have a player or two and they'll get 200, 300 views. And they look at us like, damn, like they're talking about the same stuff that we're talking about and they have quadruple the views. So I get it. I understand that people
you get a lot of these guys that try to put their ashes out on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
And look, I see it. You get media members,
yeah,
fringe media members, people that are connected to certain things.
Yeah,
they try. We see y'all.
Yeah, we see y'all, and we'll continue to cook food. Just keep cooking. Salute the rule. Vague takes create clicks from the average football fan. You ain't never. Rube always comes through with some bombs, bro. Also create social media clickbait. If you keep things vague, you can create more storylines or change the narrative. Rube, we love you for that. And that's one thing that we don't do, right? We don't create these fake thumbnails, these fake titles, and then we don't try and be super. We tell you how we feel about everything. And if we're wrong, we admit we're wrong. If we're right, we'll talk our shit a little bit and say we were right. But again, one thing about us, we don't die on any hills over here. Like, it's like, yo, hey, this is what we think. If it doesn't happen, hey, man, we got it wrong. We keep it moving. the thing about this, the sports ethos, right, is just that it continues. It continues to go every single day. There's new information. There's new things going on. And again, perspective change and things happen. But again, I agree with you, brother. Like they definitely keep it very vague so they can keep things open, so they can change and move around and change the narrative. And we know, Rube, trust and believe. Salute to my guy, Dorellis. How do y'all feel about Maxx versus Charles Haley?
That's why I said I haven't seen.
Why would you do that?
Well, look, I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
Haley was a monster.
He's Maxx isn't quite Charles Haley's yet.
No,
he's not Charles. Charles Haley was different.
Yeah. But again, and remember when he forced himself from the Niners and went to Dallas? Do you remember that whole story?
Yeah.
That whole like he was like, get me the fuck out of here. Like a winning football team. Like, get me out of here.
Well, he has some other issues going
on.
No,
definitely.
Well, and then the 49ers had brought in Tim Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And you had those two guys and they competed against each other. They didn't like each other. And Charles Haley like ripped the roof off of his Jeep and pissed in his Jeep. It
was funny is he went back to San Francisco, back home, and retired at the end of his career. You know what I mean? So they righted those wrongs or whatever. But
he didn't play for them. He just retired on a one-day contract.
No. He retired in 97, and then he ended up playing with them for 2 years. In 98, he didn't play at all, but he signed with them. And then in 99, he played in 16 games. He only started in one, though. He was 35 years old. So he did. But in Dallas, he went out there, and that's when that whole, when they were just out there cooking shit left and right. But Haley is different. I mean, I don't even want to compare the two. But again, that was a fight. That was a bomb right there with my guy Dorellis. So the 2-4, my 5-star Michelin chef take is from watching Graphk Wasted and Hammer show. You all bring it with your seasoning and ingredients. Keep cooking. Salute to my guy 2-4, man. We appreciate you, my brother. Salute to you, man, as always. And thank you so much for the kind words. Salute to my brother Jason Hunter. That's why I don't follow or watch most fake shit. Salute to my guy. I'm meeting up with my dog on Saturday. We're about to go see Bo Jackson and Darren McFadden at this car show. And then we're going to go watch our Fighting Irish beat the hell out of Pittsburgh. So salute to my guy, Jason Hunter. We were just chatting it up in the chat in our text group or whatnot. So salute to my brother, Jason, man. Let's get to the next topic, man. What do you think about this? We were talking about it on the phone earlier. Tom Brady, had an interesting take about a specific quarterback. And mind you, I had my initial thoughts on this guy early on. Okay. Back-to-back weeks, Miami, Texas A&M, mind you, those are two phenomenal college football teams. But we started the season 0-2. Wasted, this. Notre Dame, we're Notre Dame guys. And we're thinking, what the hell is going on? What CJ Carr is not getting it done. I question his football IQ. Now, again, the talent level has gone down, week in and week out since we faced those two teams, but he has looked phenomenal. Week in and week out, he's gotten better. This is really his first glimpse of football at the collegiate level. So I'm not expecting him to go out there and light things up. And for those who are not aware of the quarterback situation at Notre Dame, things have been pretty rough for us in recent memory. Well, CJ Carr has looked good this year. What are we now? 7-2, I believe, somewhere along those lines. We got Pitt this week. That's going to be a big test for us. They're a top 25 team. But Tom Brady has some interesting choice words for our guy, CJ Carr. This is what he had to say. CJ Carr looks like the best quarterback that I've seen at the college level since Joe Burrow was at LSU. He knows the game, and he can make every throw necessary. Now, I agree with him in the sense that he can make every throw. If you watched this last week, Malachi Fields, he was finding him on the boundary. He had he was out there flinging that shit. I know you were at a wedding or something. I forgot. You were somewhere. No, Saturday Night Live, I believe. So you didn't get a chance to watch, this game. But he was out there cooking. Now, mind you, okay, for those who don't know, Tom Brady has a rapport with his family. You want to do the honors? You know.
Well, Tom Brady played under, CJ Carr's grandfather. Lloyd Carr, they won a national title.
John Spytek as well.
John Spytek too. Lloyd Carr was the coach when Charles Woodson and Tom Brady was at Michigan when they won a national title, right? And also, I remember CJ Carr's father Jason, he was the backup quarterback like in the 90s. Like his dad was there from 92 to 95.
Mm-hmm.
So his dad was a backup quarterback. His grandfather's a coach. And even his maternal grandfather is Tom Curtis. He was an all-American safety at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So this kid is he won the gene lottery, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's an amalgamation of a lot of great athletes, has a lot of history at the University of Michigan. It's kind of crazy he went to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But, this is a guy that, you know, from an athletic standpoint, to me, you know what I mean? From what I can see, he's much more athletic than Joe Burrow is.
6'3", 210. This year, he already has pretty much 2,300 yards in the year, 19 touchdowns to go with 4 picks. He's top 10 in QBR at the collegiate level, 83.3. And once again, he does not come out until 2027. So I don't know. And this is the big question that I have for you. And I know you were in your bag, but is this Tom Brady kind of saying we're going to
wait to 2027?
We're going to sit this one out in 2026 with the Mendozas, the Ty Simpsons, and whoever's coming out. We don't know if Sellers and Dante are coming out yet. But again, is this him kind of throwing it out there that we may jump 2026 in terms of a quarterback and potentially wait for CJ Carr? Because Carr's only going to get better. 6'3", 210. You're right. He has the measurables. He has everything to get it done at the next level. But again, what coaching staff's going to be in the building to be able to, mold him.
Yeah.
But do you think this is Tom Brady essentially saying in 2026, we're going to hold out on the quarterback position?
I mean, it's a possibility, right? Like, I think part of the reason why they were receptive to bringing Geno Smith in was for that fact. They wanted him. The part of the reason they gave him the money was that, right? And I think that, you got to have certain things in place before you bring a quarterback in. Like even Tom Brady, didn't come into a situation in New England.
No.
Where the covers were bare.
No.
He did.
And he also had Drew Bledsoe in front of him, who was a really great option at the quarterback position.
He's the number 1 pick.
Yes.
Tom Brady should have never got on the field. He was one of the best players in the league. It wasn't like we forget how great Drew Bledsoe was. It was like, yo, will Peyton Manning be as good as Drew Bledsoe?
Yeah.
Like it was that. It was like, yo, Favre and Bledsoe. Like it was that.
Yeah.
So
that was great.
Drew Bledsoe in the beginning, it was that, right? So the way I look at it is, I think that Tom Brady's under the estimation that he knows something needs to change here. And the only thing that you can do is outfit a quarterback with the right situation and then draft him.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the Raiders not taking a quarterback this year. That's why I keep saying everybody's like, oh, we must take a quarterback. We must take a quarterback the last 20-something years. I think the only way the Raiders take a quarterback this year is if Pete Carroll's not our head coach and if the owner makes him.
Agreed. And also, again, the Raiders can do the same thing that they've done every other year since I can't even recall since just go ahead and do the veteran quarterback thing again.
The whole time. The whole time the Raiders, bro, Darryl LaMonica wasn't drafted by the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Stabler was drafted in what, like the second or the fourth round? Or
Alabama. Hey, Plunkett.
Right. Plunkett was not even supposed to start. He didn't even start it. Dan Pastorini was starting that year.
Rich Gannon, Minnesota, Kansas City.
Yo, this is not a place where we draft a lot of quarterbacks. That's why we haven't had the kind of success that other organizations have had. Other organizations have kind of died on the hill with their quarterback, supported them, and won.
Yeah.
Like with the Steelers, they drafted Bradshaw and they rode the wave with him until he made it.
Well, let me ask you this. What if these guys honestly do not believe in any of these quarterbacks? I love Ty Simpson. I think he's going to be great. I think the processing of what he does on a football field, you can't teach that. It's like, it's just instilled in him. Like to me, Ty Simpson is going to be a great quarterback at the next level. Now, Mendoza has all the measurables. He can make all the throws. He is a guy that you look at. He's kind of like that prototype quarterback. You got Drew Allar that if he goes to a great situation and he's healthy, he could be phenomenal. You know what I mean? But there are some guys in this draft. I think that Sellers is going to sit it out this year. I don't know if Dante's going to come out of Oregon. He makes some fucking pro throws as well. He looks really good. Dante Moore out there in Oregon. But if they don't believe in these guys, do you have an issue with potentially going out and bringing in another veteran? Because it's clear that this thing is a fractured relationship.
I do. The only thing that is civilized to me is if they don't run this back, start fresh. I like Nico. Right?
Okay.
I like Nico. I like Maivia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ty
USC,
Simpson,
the LA boys.
yeah. Look, Ty Simpson's good. I don't see greatness. I see him being a starter in the NFL, right? And with Mendoza, I kind of question. I question, like, he makes some big plays,
Definitely,
but I question how he's playing in between the first and the fourth quarter. Like, he wins, but I haven't seen him light it up yet this year, and he's in college, so I don't expect that to happen once he leaves the league.
Mendoza has great moments, and to be honest, look, I like Mendoza. I just don't love Mendoza.
Yeah, I don't either. Not that high, because the thing is,
I think the Jets are going to take the bait, waste it, and they're going to be another 5-10 years in a hole because of it. Now, again, they have a ton of draft capital the following year, so if it doesn't work, they can continue to just draft quarterback after quarterback after quarterback until it works. But I don't know, man.
I think the best quarterback in this class is not somebody that everybody's naming. I think this is going to be one of those classes where, like, I think, probably 4 guys will go in the first round, and it might be a guy who was taken in the second or third round that becomes a star. It might be a guy like Alla or somebody like that nobody's thinking about, he's sleeping on. But I don't think it's going to be, I don't think Ty Simpson is going to come in here and light the league up. When I watch him, I don't see the kind of talent that Joe Burrow had when he was in college. I don't.
Well, I mean, that's difficult to.
I mean, but is it?
I mean, he also that guy had 2 greats at the wide receiver position, like phenomenal. Like, he has literally the 2 best wide receivers in football right now.
He had 4, and then he had Thaddeus Moss and all them guys.
Oh yeah, Dad too. Yeah, Brandy's son.
So look, and even Grant Nussmeier, right? Brave talked about it too.
He just got benched. He just got benched last Saturday against Alabama. Got benched. Now, he was efficient up to that point, but he wasn't getting it done. LSU has a ton of problems right now. They just fired their head coach. There's a lot of, I'm not going to blame their quarterback for all the issues they're going through right now, but they benched him on Saturday against Alabama. They literally sat his ass down. So again, maybe he can come into the NFL and be something. We don't know yet, but we'll see. To be determined. Salute to Ant on becoming a member as well. We appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to become Green Dot and get off my line game, hit the links, the pinned up top. Once again, they definitely help us keep the lights on. Ant, brother, appreciate you. Salute the Raider Prophet on the $5 smackaroonie with the money plus draft capital for 2026. Only 2 wins now. Why wait on 2027 to draft a quarterback unless we expect to win less than 5 games in 2026? Raider Prophet, once again, to be determined. If Pete's in the building, for sure. I said this to Waze, and I want your opinion on this, Raider Prophet. I said this to Waze on the phone today, and I want the chat involved in this. We as fans, right? I think we can all look at this roster and say there's not a lot of talent. You have some big talent, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Maxx Crosby, and then you got kind of some middling, talent, the Jeremy Chins of the world, the Eric Stokes, which I think that he's played really great for us this year. And then you just have a lot of blah, right? Pete came in here assuming, and what did he say? Week in and week out, I didn't expect for us to be this far off. I thought we were going to be further ahead. I think that the game has passed up Pete because he's not a great talent evaluator now, Wasted. I feel like you should have came in and watched camp and said, yeah, you know what? I don't think we're where we need to be. Tom, Spike. Let's just play the young guys. Let's see how this thing works in year 1, and we'll double back next year. I think that he doesn't know how to evaluate talent anymore. I think that the game has truly passed him on, because if he came in assuming with the talent he has in that building that he was going to win a ton of football games, that's a problem to be Wasted.
Yeah, it is, but conversely, right? He wasn't a good talent evaluator with Seattle. That's why they ran him off.
This dude is wilding. My bad, Wasted. But what Eric Stokes is trash. You're tripping.
Yeah. So we got to look at part of the problem for the Raiders, right? A few things. Few things is that the Raiders have been super snake bitten this year. Like, everybody knew that the Raiders needed health and they needed for people to play a little bit above their talent level. And the people that have gotten hurt have been significant people from week 1 on to now. Brock Bowers not being in his offense, this is a different team without him.
Definitely.
Then you lose Colton.
Yes. Hey, and real quick, salute to Colton. I want to my apology. Can I plug real quick in the middle of your thought, brother? Tomorrow, you guys, Raiders, Cowboys preview. I have Chad Miller, my guy, a friend of mine. He is Colton Miller's brother. He's going to come on the show tomorrow morning with me to break this game down, and expect some stuff to pull up later on down the line. So go ahead, Wasted. My apologies, brother.
You know, from basically from my purview, right? I don't think that Pete Carroll was so far off to where he did such a bad job, because this is a team that really should be over 500. This team is exactly what we thought it was going to be. I just think that the ball hasn't bounced right for them, right? You got a lot of people that they were expecting to play better. Well, bro, you got to look at it like this, right? You're a blocked extra point away from beating Chicago.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right. And then you look at this game with Denver. That was a game where you had, Dante Thornton drop a touchdown.
Yeah, but you can scrap those wins, Wasted, because again, 31-0, 30-0, the Chiefs, 40-6, I believe, was that the Colts game. The Commanders 41 to whatever the hell it was. You can scrap that. Like, bro, that's not a good football team.
But those games don't happen if you have Colt Miller on the field. Those games don't happen if you have a healthy Brock Bowers. That doesn't happen.
I disagree.
This is a team that needs for things to go right on a week in and week out basis, or they will get boat raced. They don't have depth. This is a very top heavy roster, and we knew that going in. What I think the problem with Pete Carroll,
you're right.
What I think the problem with Pete Carroll is that he's lost his fastball in a sense to where he is so set on his default that he can't see the forest from the trees. He can't see the nuance in the fact that, yo, man, hey, there's a good chance Colton could go down again. I can't have Stone Forsythe on my roster just because I like him. You know what I mean? I can't, like some of these games might not have gone that way had Pete say, yo, Gino, you're playing like shit. It's time to fight another day. Have a seat on this bench right next to me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that I think is more so the problem.
Okay. And you are definitely right about a ton of that. Again, who would have thought you bring in Stone Forsythe in some of these guys and you think he's going to make this roster better? He was terrible in Seattle. He was terrible. Where was he before that? The Giants? He wasn't really that great of a tackle at Florida. So again, I mean, just a talent evaluator. It's just, I don't know, man. Salute to Rube. Mendoza is an elite decision maker with a questionable arm. He also has one of the best defenses and offensive lines with great skill. Ty Simpson, Sellers, Nico, mobile quarterbacks with arm talent and traits is the way to go. Salute to Rube with another haymaker, my guy. And I love Sellers. I think that he's not on that good of a football team out there in South Carolina. I think that he will run it back another year, and he may transfer. He may go to a better situation.
I can see him going to Miami.
Oh, bro, that would be Carson Beck's entering the draft. That would be wasted talent, sir. You're not wasting any talent tonight, motherfucker. That may be the spot. But again, he may want to run it back so he could be a top five pick, top 3 potentially, because he's that talented. But coming in this draft, he may end up being a mid-round guy because of questionable season.
Bro, when you look at his body of work and you look at him as a passer, he it's going to be a tough sell to take him super high in the draft. Yeah. He's a very, very raw product, man. He really is. He really is. Yeah. He'd have to go and blow everybody's doors off at the combine for him to go in the first round this year.
Salute to our brother Hammer in the building as well. It's always good to see our brother. Salute to Rick. He says Miami or the Ducks. Yeah, if Dante comes out, that'd be a good situation for him as well. A winning program where he can go build up his draft stock and potentially be a top 3 pick. Salute to Buck Nasty. Seattle started accumulating talent once their GM took back control of the roster. Pete has the elite team in Seattle when he knew the college talent. Salute to Buck Nasty. He ain't hating tonight. Buck Nasty ain't hating tonight. This is facts. This is facts. Salute to Buck Nasty on a $5 smackaroonie. Let's get to the next segment real quick. We'll breeze through this one. What was your take on the whole Trey Tucker situation, man? He had some media stuff the other day, and he had the opportunity to kind of build up some of the guys that he learned under. This is what he had to say. I got to learn with tremendous guys. Davante Adams, Jacoby, Hunter Renfrow. For times like this, I'm built for it. Being a leader in the room, I've been in their position. I was a rookie not too long ago. I can relate to them, our younger players. Chip says mental toughness is about moving on to the next important thing. When you mess up, it's over. Move on to the next important thing. Now, also, this is a situation where not too long ago, Tyler Lockett, who came in, a veteran, 33 years old, said, we're going to lean on the number one guy, who is Trey Tucker. Like, he's the one that moves this room. What is your thoughts on that? Because Trey has had a good season for us. The offense has struggled mightily. The deep ball was pretty much non-existent at this point. And if Geno was still able to throw that, I mean, Trey's numbers would be way more inflated than what they are now. But what is your take on Trey Tucker embracing the wide receiver one position and kind of praising some of the other guys that he learned of?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, when you talk about number one receiver, right? And this was the thing about Jacoby that I was saying. Just because he's our number one receiver doesn't mean that he is a number one receiver. Mm-hmm. And this wide receiver room is so thin right now. You got some young people. Jacoby, to me, was our number one receiver, even with oh my God,
not Devontae.
Really bad.
Not Devontae, but
not Devontae. But when Jacoby Myers was here, Trey was the number one too, because that was the one who was taking the top off of the defense. He was the one you kind of had to
opening things up for Jacoby.
Yeah. So to me, he was the number one all year this year.
Yeah.
That's just to me. But do I think he's a number one? No. Do I see him having like a Tyreek Hill kind of an arc, Antonio Brown kind of an arc? I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I agree. But salute to him for embracing, the new role of becoming the wide receiver one. We all know that Brock Bowers is our number one receiver, you guys. But it's great to hear that a guy in year 3, learning under some of those guys, the Davante Adams, the Hunter Renfrows of the world, the Jacobys, for him to embrace it, he's becoming a leader in that locker room. And I love to see it. So salute to Trey Tucker. Let's move on to the next segment, you guys. This is what I wanted to talk about, because this was very, very, it was big in Raider Nation on Twitter, Instagram, and all social media platforms. Adam Butler had an interview in the locker room the other day, and he has some interesting choice words for the offense. They asked him, about this being, a long year and being at 2-7 and the frustrations in the locker room. This is what he had to say. It's very frustrating at times. I can't lie. When the other side isn't delivering the way you think they should deliver, and sometimes it's frustrating when we don't deliver how we should deliver. Now, I felt like he kind of cleaned it up. I think he realized what he said. Now, Adam Butler has said some things in the past about the mental health situation with Christian Wilkins. He's never been one to bite his tongue, but he's very cryptic in the way he uses his words. But again, he kind of threw a jab at the offense. And mind you, we are like the 30th ranked offense in football. So I get it, right? They did their job against the Denver Broncos. 10-7, we lose that game. If the offense shows up, we win that football game. Right. So there's some other games that we can kind of look at the offense and be like, what the hell? Indianapolis, the Chiefs, what the hell is going on? Now, I know that the defense has been exhausted. I know that they've been on the field. I think they're like the number 2 defense in terms of time on the football field in the NFL. Don't quote me on that, but I know we're top 3, top 5. I think we're number 2 in terms of how much that defense is on the football field. So I know that they're cooked. And honestly, this defense, as crazy as it is, you guys, you lose to Indianapolis the way we did, Kansas City, some of these other teams, we're still a middle of the pack defense. Total defense, we're number 15 right now, okay? Passing defense, we're number 16. Rushing defense, we're right there, 14. So, again, we're like a middle of the pack defense. Scoring defense, we're a little higher, I believe, 20. Red zone defense, we're 15th. We're literally a middle of the pack defense. But again, what is your thoughts on this? Because the defense has not been great by any means. I mean, they haven't. Have they done enough in certain weeks to be able to get the job done? Yes. That Chicago game, the offense showed up. Actually, the offense showed up, and we couldn't get that out the way because the defense was just kind of giving up some ass, and then Geno was just throwing picks left and right. But yeah, I know, sounds nasty, but it's just facts. Okay, it's just facts. It's just facts, man. It's just facts. But again, what is your take on this? Because he kind of threw the offense under the bus, and he also real quick, he also went on to say everybody can see what's going on. We know what's going on, and the only thing we can do is our job. I just focus on doing my job and focus on helping the team win. Now, remember, I told you, and I kind of alluded on the show about the Chip Kelly situation behind the scenes, and some people being pretty disgruntled with the way he goes about his business behind the scenes. What is your take on this, Wasted?
I mean, there's a lot of things, right? Like, you can say that about Adam Butler, but it's not the fact that they're turning the ball over, which they're doing it a lot, right? It's a fact of when they're doing it. Like, Geno Smith throws the worst timed interceptions of anybody I've ever seen in my life.
First play of the game, last play of the game.
Like, just
wild shit.
It's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Terrible. When the defense gets a great stop, 3 and out, let's go. Let's get off the field. Geno comes out, throws a fucking pick.
Yeah. I feel like he hates those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like it. He puts them in terrible down and distances.
Yeah.
Adam Butler's just saying the thing that we've all seen. He's saying a quiet thing out loud. Now, is he throwing them under the bus? Yeah. But sometimes teams need a little truth.
Agree.
Sometimes the teams need a little, like, I get tired of hearing that coach speak shit. And I think with a guy like Butler, man, he's probably tired of hearing it too. He want to talk his shit. I respect it.
Again, you know, there's a few things that we can do on the defensive side of the ball as well, though, right? It's, why don't you get after the quarterback a little bit more? Why don't you create more turnovers?
Well, how do you create turnovers if you're exhausted? Like, yo, I
hear you.
They're out there so much. There's no way, bro. You know why the Denver game was what it was? Because they were getting stops, and Geno didn't really turn the ball over a whole hell of a lot. He had that one ball carry him off an Ashton Genty. Yeah. But it is debilitating and soul crushing when you put up a defensive effort the way this team has week after week after week, and just to get smacked around and freaking dog walk, and then before you know it, everything changes, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happened?
Oh, no, I'm just enjoying listening because you finally woke up a little bit. You were yawning left and right. So I was just like, you know what?
I'm not yawning. I just not like, if I'm being serious, I got like acid reflux. I'm not really feeling that great. That's why I keep going like this, because I don't want to burp on camera.
Man, get that shit out, man. Let that shit out, Adam Butler.
I want to burp, but it's not allowing me to.
Well, let me say this. Adam Butler said nothing wrong, okay? But also, let's not act like this is, once again, I'm not here to shit on Adam Butler. I'm not here to shit on the defense. But let's not act as though this is a top. When Myles Garrett comes out and says the shit that he says and they're a top 3 defense, it makes a ton of sense. It's like, yo, bro, come on, dog. Like, I'm getting to the quarterback 4 or 5 times a fucking game. You know, we have a great linebacker in Carson Schweitzer. We have, you know, a great cornerback group. Like, we're doing our job, and y'all are not doing your job on the offensive side of the football. In Cincinnati, they're putting up this such a high-powered offense even without Burrow, and the defense is historically bad. So guess what the offense is going to do? They're going to throw some shots at the defense, right? It makes sense. But again, you can't say this shit when you're not one of the better units in football. Like, I feel like it's like Adam Butler needs to be like, look, we all need to do a better job. Like, simple and plain. Like, I just don't like the delivery. It seemed as though he was talking like he was an all-pro guy.
Look, nah, man. But the thing is, that's bullshit. Because, yo, first of all, he's not an all-pro guy, but he's one of the better guys on our defense, right? And this is a defense.
He's the Jacoby Myers, essentially, of the defensive side of the ball. 15 solo tackles and 1 sack this year. But
bro, this is a defense that has played well in other years. They look, they're not the Ravens or anything like that by no means, but the reason why this defense is where it is statistically is because of the offense. And it's not because they're not putting up points, it's because fucking Geno is turning the football over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's different, bro.
Agreed.
It ain't like, all right, look, man, 3 and out, we punt. Defense know they going back out. They go back out, they do what they got to do. That's not what's happening. What's happening is, the offense is driving. They get down to the 30. Geno throws a pick. Then the down and distance is messed up. Now that the other team is damn near in the end zone already. Yeah. How do we stop this? Then you go back out there, you turn it over again.
Yeah.
He's had some games. He's had multiple turnovers.
Oh, bro. I mean, he's the top interception leader in the NFL with 12 of them shits.
He's got 12. So he's had games we had 2 and 3 picks.
3. Yeah. Multiple times.
Don't tell me that the defense shouldn't get frustrated.
Oh, they should. I'm not saying
Adam Butler can talk his shit because it ain't like he's some bum.
Yeah, well, I'm not, bro. I like Adam Butler. I think he's one of our better defensive alignment that we have. And that's not saying a lot, but I think that he is probably the second one behind Maxx Crosby. This is no knock, and he's a leader. He is, right? Isn't he the second best defensive lineman that we have behind Maxx?
No. I went like this. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you're wrong. I'm like, because Tyree hasn't lived up to the dream.
Malcolm hasn't done nothing.
He is.
Yeah, right.
That's just clear, right? He is.
Yeah. And he took a hometown discount a year or so ago. He finally got a bag this offseason. He earned that. I like Adam Butler, but again, even when I can't even say even when the offense is going, because we've been blown out. They've given up 40 points. They've given up 30 plus against Kansas City. They've given up a lot. This is just a bad football team. Just both sides of the ball. But when the defense does show up, the offense doesn't. I understand that. We haven't had a complete game, outside of New England. Honestly, since week 1, it's been like downhill since then. So I get it. It makes a ton of sense.
I mean, but you know what? It goes downhill when you lose your number one offensive weapon for the foreseeable future.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So to me, right, some of these blowout games don't happen if Brock Bowers gets something going. Because football's about momentum. You can't get any momentum when you can't complete the passes to these young rookies who don't know how to get off the line and get open and things like that. Then nobody's up front blocking for Ashton. You have nothing at that point.
Yeah. But even when the receivers are open, Geno's still having a problem finding them. So again, the offense has been just miserable. And I think we're averaging like 15 points a game right now, it makes Luke Getsy look like Michael Jordan, which is crazy. Salute to DeMarcus Webb. Adam Butler reminded me of Machiavelli. You can tell the people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know
what's going on.
Hey, salute to the Webb. Salute to John. I'm wondering about the upside of Fields. No,
I'm not at all. I'm not worried about the upside, the downside, the side, the flip side. I don't want to see Justin Fields in silver and black.
No. And John, I love Rex Ryan is done. Footsex Rex is done. But I would love Brian Flores if you could bring in the head coach from Miami as the offensive coordinator. If you could bring McDaniels in as the OC, I would love to have Flores, a guy that is one of the brightest minds defensively in the game. If you can bring in him as the head coach, but go get a McDaniels, then we're cooking with grease. But
Why not get Footsex Rex?
Nah, man.
Defensive coordinator. You better watch out because the Las Vegas Raiders are coming through.
You mean, what do they say? What does Graphk say? Wipe them feet?
Wipe them feet, man. That's my favorite show. My favorite show. I've been wiping feet since I was in high school.
Salute to Sweet Jazz. To be fair, Tua has 13 picks. Ready from our block. Well, look, Tua is.
So what are we doing? We talk about who's the tallest midget? Get the F up out of here with that crap.
Yeah, sweet.
12, 13, potato, patata. Get the F up out of here.
Tua had a really good game against Buffalo. He was cooking them boys. So the rule, talent-wise, offense should be way more productive. Defensive talent-wise, we should be way worse. We have absolutely zero talent other than Maxx. And you know what, man? I'll say this.
Stay together, too.
The linebacking core has been miserable. I love Darian Porter. He needs more burn. Stokes has been really good for us, opposite of Caillou Blue on the other side. I think that Stokes has earned a new deal with the Raiders. If he can stay healthy, man, that's a big ask. But I thought that he has looked really good out there. But yes, we need to get better at every level of that defense, starting with the defensive line. And here we go. We got Gru in the building. What's up, Gru?
Did you say big ass? I just wanted to know, man.
Ask.
Well, I heard big ass, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. I wanted you to know something. Hey, Graphk, let me ask you something, man.
What up, Gru?
You start talking about Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
I had him do a little film breakdown with me. You gotta go watch that. Listen, Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
Right. How's this sit with you, man? How about we buy out the Saints, bring Derek Carr back, we bring me back, we run it back.
Go get Waller off the IR in Miami?
Waller the baller.
Trade Brock?
Do whatever we got to do, man. I'm just asking, what do you think, man? Me, a Wesley Snipes type, and Derek Carr, man. What do you think, man? Be a pretty good buddy cop movie, huh? I'm sorry. I'm tired. That makes no sense.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Yo, he's fucking stupid, man. Rusty said, I wish you guys could run a poll on who thinks Geno should start another game this year. I think everybody. Well, let me say this. Some people would hit like because they think that we're going to lose every game moving forward.
Let's be for real. Geno gives us the best chance to win this year.
And the best chance to lose.
Yeah. So
listen, man, that, right?
Listen, man, he is a multifaceted, multi-purpose quarterback. He can lose your game and he can win your game at the same damn time.
There you have it.
Throw a pick, throw a touchdown at the same damn time.
Salute to Rusty, my guy on the 5-hour smackaroonie. Salute to everybody. We still got 900 plus, man. Make sure you guys hit those likes, wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. 2 more topics, and we're gonna get out of here and let Wasted go to sleep. His heartburn is killing him. His old mandom is kicking in, and he needs to go lay it down. Caleb Rogers, your guy.
Yes.
It looks as though he had some media stuff going on the other day. It looks like he's finally going to be active with JPJ out for the season. It looks like, and Colton out for the foreseeable future. Our offensive line is beat up right now. It looks like the rooks are going to kind of be forced out there. Grant has been active the last few weeks, but hasn't gotten any reps. What is your thoughts of potentially Caleb Rogers taking over for JPJ at guard? And it sounded like the way he was saying it, it sounded like he was preparing.
Yeah, because listen, I don't think when you start talking about these guys, it's a physical thing. It's not a physical thing. It's not strength. It's like hand placement and technique and things like that they want to master because they're so young.
Yeah.
Look, I wanted to see Caleb Rogers out there with Jackson Powers Johnson because Caleb Rogers is a people mover. Yeah. I wanted to
see right guard.
Yeah. That's what I want for the future of this team.
Yeah.
Because look, man, you need people movers when you get a running back like Ashton Genty. Mm-hmm. Ashton Genty's the kind of guy, if they can figure this line situation out, you're gonna see this guy put up historic numbers.
Okay, I agree.
With Caleb Rogers, bro, it's his mentality. When you hear a kid talk, I'm very, very hopeful that he's gonna come out here and do well. Because look, when you look at his tape, him playing right tackle, and you see how frightening it was for him to come from the tackle and pull across the line and just take people out like Trent Williams.
And he can play every position, center. He can do it all.
Beast. He's a beast.
I'm excited that we're going to finally get a chance to see our guy. Brave, if I'm a betting man, I think that Jamin Davis is going to be more of an edge rusher, more playing off the edge, more of a pass rusher than a linebacker. He's a physical specimen. I think that he's going to be a guy that fits that role of the kid that we just lost to New England. He's out there playing at a high clip. No, not Spillane. LSU kid. Chasen. Le'Veon Chasen. Kind of like, I think he'll be more of an edge rusher and a rotational guy because, again, we're not getting a ton of anything on the opposite side of Maxx with Malcolm Kuntz and Snowden, those guys. So I'm assuming that they'll look at him more as more the edge rusher, pass rusher than a linebacker.
Look, Jamin Davis is he is really, to be honest with you, bro, he is a tackling machine. Yeah. He's a tackling machine. He's very, very, very
he was great at Kentucky, man. That was one of
athletic.
Our guys.
Yo, he's very, very athletic, and I think he's one of those guys that they need to buy low and keep here on the roster. They found some money with him. They should have done the same thing with Kalavion Chasen. See, that's
we'll see if it translates, though. We'll see if it translates. It hasn't worked for him since coming into the league.
It did his first 2 years in
Washington. 1 or year 2, he's cool.
But he had over 100 tackles.
But he was, but again,
like, bro,
the most overrated stat in football.
It's not, though. It's not. Tackling is literally the reason why the Raiders defense gets dog walked. Like, it's the most important thing you can do is wrapping people up and tackling them well. It is. I think the most overrated stat in football is the sack. I mean, the sack. Motherfucker, you from Sack Town. What the fuck you trying to? What's so funny, bro?
Devin White has 51 tackles thus far. You want to bring Devin White back?
Yeah. 100%.
Word?
Yeah. I like Devin White. And I think that Devin White is a necessary evil for this defense. That guy is out there doing
terrible.
Yo, he has not been terrible. He's a terrific tackler. He's been good against the run. He's not good in pass pro. He never has been. You got to use the guy right. You got to use him right. Yo, for me, I can't really objectively judge any of these guys based off of the situation that these guys have been in all year. This defense has been gassed. They've been on the field way too much. This offense has put them in some fucking terrible positions. The depth is crazy. Like, dude, it's not these guys' fault. I'm sorry. I give the defense a complete pass this year. The only people who I'm very glass half empty on is Tyree Wilson and Malcolm Kuntz.
Yeah, they can both walk. Salute to Alex. Jesse Minter is the head coach. I would love this. Phenomenal defensive mind. Got that Chargers defense humming. Get our quarterback in the draft and go get Cliff Kingsbury. I think that's over. It's my dream scenario. I don't see that happening. I think he'll remain with the Commanders. Jaden, he's comfortable there. They had a bad year this year, sophomore slump. Jaden's been dealing with some injuries. That defense is aging. It's a really bad defense out there. Cliff's not going to go anywhere at all. I think that he'll stick it out there until he can potentially get another head coaching job. I don't think he's going to do a lateral move. Wasted, you dirty son of a bitch. I knew where you're going to go with this. But Alex,
yo, bro, you got to chill, bro. I'm too tired for this, bro. Too tired for this. You have got to chill, bro. You got to chill.
So the Buck Nasty, if you draft a young quarterback this upcoming year, would you trade for a true number one to help a young? No, go get George Pickens in free agency.
No, I'm not even doing that. Like, bro, I'm going out there. I'm spending all my money on my offensive and defensive line.
No,
I'm not going out there and paying no wide receiver big money. I'm sorry.
I'm getting Pickens.
Every fucking time the Raiders do this, bro, we go out there. The guy complains about the quarterback, or his vagina hurts or something, and it winds up being a goddamn dumpster fire.
Or your head coach wants to beat you up.
Yeah, look, Randy Moss, Antonio Brown, Devontae Adams. I mean, must we continue? Javon Walker. Don't go out like dog. Javon Walker, bro.
Remember that money we paid him?
Bro, my God. Oh. Like, yo, so you want to go? I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
Give me Pickens.
Listen.
Raider mentality.
Draft your guy, develop him. Dante Thornton could be our Pickens if he can develop. Go out there and draft another kid. I am not bringing in no high price diva who is not happy where he's at, and then now he's going to come with us. What the fuck gonna make him happy over here? Keep that shit. Like, people be talking about bringing AJ Brown. Why the fuck would we do that? And listen, I love George Pickens coming out, but George Pickens, all that competitive fire he got, he needs to go with an established quarterback that'll tell him to shut the fuck up.
The first thing that you need to do in free agency is it looks like Baltimore is going to allow Tyler Linderbaum to walk in free agency. They're not close. A new report came out today. They're not even close on a deal. It sounds like he's going to enter free agency, and they're going to see what's going on out there. That is a 2-time Pro Bowler at the center position. If you continue to look at JPJ as a guard, then go get a stud next to him. That can be our Hudson. That could be our Rodney Hudson pickup. He's only like 25, 26 years old, I believe. This will be his second deal at the NFL level. Go get Tyler Linderbaum. I'm telling you now.
Why it's important? You know why it's important? And we spoke about this like a month ago. The reason why I want the Raiders to address the line primarily in free agency is because we don't know how good of an offensive line Brendan Carroll is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he's doing something and directing these guys to do something that is not correct, having a bunch of vets here to tell him, yo, that ain't right, and get the fuck out of here is the best thing you can have. Because when you get a situation like with JPJ, you kind of don't really know exactly what's transpiring. You can only guess because Pete's never going to keep it a band with us, and nobody's ever going to keep it a band when it comes to, you know, players walking out of the door.
Slim, he's never won nothing in Baltimore. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like he's been to the playoffs. He's never won nothing. So again, and if the Raiders are operating with big money and they're allowing him to come to a no state tax, you know, place and say, look, this is your job, and we're looking at you as a staple on that offensive line, he may look at that as, I love this. I'm here for it. I hate when Top, I love you, brother, but I disagree with that. When you have all the money in the world and you have all, you know, like it makes no sense. Why would nobody would want to play?
Yo, bro, everybody every year says no one wants to play here, but yet we always field the team.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something.
Devontae got asked to go to the Raiders.
Bro, listen to me.
Did he?
When you start talking about,
too, but
but when you start talking about a center, these guys don't have endorsements. No. Nobody knows who the fuck these guys are. They are for sale, and they're going to the highest bidder.
Yes. And guess what? There's 2 teams. I'm very afraid that the Chargers are going to pay him a shit ton of money. They need a center. They already have their left tackle and right tackle of the future. You cannot allow the Chargers. I repeat, you guys, Spy Tech, hear me loud and clear. Do not allow the Chargers to outbid for Tyler Linderbaum, because guess what? Maxx and company will never get a chance to touch Justin Herbert again, barring any injuries to Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt again. I'm telling you now, pay him, bring him in. If you look at JPJ as a guard, go get Tyler Linderbaum. Rube, I hear you, and this is what I was trying to tell waste his ass. Devin White is horrible against the run and the pass. Making a tackle 5 yards past the line of scrimmage doesn't mean shit in my eyes. Tackling is indeed the most overrated. Remember Divine Diablo, you guys? Has some big stats. Now he looks good in Atlanta. Yes, agreed. But he was terrible. 150 tackles or 15 plus sacks. Give me the 15. Rube, facts.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 15. That's a different level of sack.
Oh, whoa.
Bro,
Rube, talk that shit, Rube. Talk.
Bro, where are you from?
Sacktown.
Sacramento.
You are from the bootleg New York.
Bro,
just because you guys put an A in front of it does not mean you're not the bootleg New York.
You even was born
Newark.
You were born in a town that further backed up your foot fetish.
The last 30 minutes on this show.
Sacramento.
The last 30 minutes you have been talking with your eyes closed.
I have.
Yeah, sleepy, hollow ass.
I just got off of work before you hit go. I've been at work since 7 this morning.
Ain't my fault you got a job. Ain't my fault you got a life outside of this shit, bro. You blaming me? Salute to everybody here to build it.
Listen, bro, we got more juice than y'all. Fuck out of here, bro. You
all right, look.
Sacktown.
Come on, man.
Yo, Sacktown. Scrotum Town.
Yo, last segment of the show, you guys. Salute to the 900 plus people still rocking with us. Get those likes up. Also, hit that subscribe button. Wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, all that good stuff. I love that my Sacktown people is showing up too. Don't let this man disrespect our hometown like that. You dirty, dirty motherfucker. Last
just
part
barely,
of the show.
Barely bowed the bay.
Salute to J-Ro. Making Chip Kelly the head coach of this team would be as bad as giving wasted a soundboard. Talk, Ro. Talk.
J-Ro, do me a favor. Do me a favor, because my soundboard has been amazing. Next time you come on the show, remind me what you just said so I can block your roll ass. Thank you.
All right, here we go, man. To be or not to be? That is the question here. We're going to talk about all these free agents the Raiders have in the offseason. And we're just going to quick, fast, and in a hurry. I have no say in this. Wasted. This is all you, brother. Actually, you know what? We'll both kind of give a quick.
Yeah, bro. Look, man. I like you said, I've been doing the show for half an hour with my eyes closed. Maybe I might let John Gruden fuck up the free agents.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry here, you guys. We're gonna get this done. If you guys are in the chat, you want to get involved, please let us know. We're gonna start with Malcolm Kuntz. It's a no for me.
Oh, Malcolm Kuntz got to go. I really wish they would bench him now. Yeah,
I love Malcolm Kuntz, but again, this has been a bad season trying to rebound from that knee injury. So no. Daniel Carlson to me, got to go. How about you?
Daniel Carlson to me should have been going too.
I agree. Kenny Pickett. We just sent a trade, sent a pick out to Cleveland.
Gone.
Okay, I agree with you. We're not going to bring Kenny Pickett back. Eric Stokes to me, keep him. Stokes is 26. He'll be 26.
Yeah, Stokes. Look, you know when Stokenstein would be even better? When he's not our number one corner, he's our number 3 corner.
If he's the number 2 or number 3 guy, I'm here for it. If he can stay healthy, this is a yes for both of us. Landon Roberts, it's a no.
Get him out of here. He's been horrendous.
Yes. Now, I think we can kind of put a pin in this one because I want to see what he can do moving forward. He just came back. Lonnie Johnson. Let's just put a pin in that one. I want to wait. I don't want to just say yes or no because I haven't got a chance to see him operate.
Out of here, Lonnie Johnson, unless you're depth.
Here we go. Raheem Mostert's a no. He'll be 34 next year.
Raheem Mostert needs to go be a substitute teacher somewhere.
Lecky Folk 2 is a no for me.
He's been asked. Get him out of here.
Dylan Parham is a no for me.
Dylan Parham should be in the first thing smoking up out of here. I don't want to ever see Dylan Parham on this team after this year. And I want Aiden O'Connell going too.
Jacob Bobenmar, the long snap. Look, this is the thing. Eric, like AJ Cole can stay, everybody else got to go.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Yeah. I feel you're absolutely right. I feel like this isn't going to be Sebastian Janikowski and Shane Leckler.
Agreed. I would like to bring this guy back if it made sense. I like the locker room presence. I think that he's been fairly good for us this season. He is getting a little long in the tooth. Jamal Adams.
Oh, Jamal Adams can go too.
I'm not mad. Like the thing is, I wouldn't be mad if he left. I wouldn't be mad if he came back.
Nah, bro. I need for them to seek excellence in that linebacker room.
I like that. Tyler Lockett got to go.
Tyler Lockett, bro. Dog, this is not even a conversation, bro. I'm surprised he's still in the league.
Darnay Holmes has to go.
Yeah.
He was just benched for Greedy Vance. I mean, he was literally in street clothes on the sideline for a UDFA out of USC. He has to go. Oh my God, this is just the easiest shit in the world right here. Stone Forsythe, hit the road, Jack.
Yo, Stone Forsythe, it's probably gonna be grand opening, grand closing for his time in the league. That's how bad he's been.
Yeah,
like he's been historically bad.
Yeah,
Stone Forsythe.
It's funny. Usually we'll be like, damn, we have a couple big players. Like everybody can go on this list. Yeah. Devin White, I know you would like to bring him back. It's a no for me.
I bring him back. He's damn good depth. Damn good.
Zamir White has to go.
Zamir White right now is in a horse farm cleaning up animal dung.
Wait, why is Zamir even on this list though? Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, he is a free agent. Yeah, he's a free agent. He got to go. Tristan McCallum, we picked him up off the waiver wires.
See you. Get him out of here.
I think that he's been okay.
Get him the F up out of here. Get him out of here.
He's a restricted free agent. I would pick up the contract and keep him around for depth at the safety position. I don't think there's an issue with bringing him back. He's only 26. He'll be 27 next year. I have a problem with that. Caillou Blue Kelly, 24. He's a restricted free agent. Do you keep him for depth or you just let him walk?
Keep him for depth, and I try to move him to safety.
You were saying that on the phone earlier, and that's interesting. But I have no issue. He's the most picked on corner in football, but he's a restricted free agent. It wouldn't cost nothing to bring him back. I would bring him back as a depth piece and not a starter. Coming off 2 picks against Denver, I want to see what we can do with him, building him up, developing him. But again, he just does not need to be a starter. I'm okay with bringing him back. Charles Snowden, got to go.
Listen, the only thing with Charles Snowden is he has been kind of up and down.
Yeah.
If this was last year, I like Charles Snowden. This year, he hasn't done a whole lot. No. But then that means that now you got to go out to go sign a player that you don't know. I feel like the devil you know is a little bit better than the devil you don't know. I just think that Charles Snowden makes this team somehow, some way.
Well, he's an ERFA, so it's going to cost you nothing to bring him back anyway.
Yeah, bring him back here.
Yeah, so that's okay. Thomas Booker, I think you need to bring him back. You just
T Book, you went out there and you bought low.
Yeah,
and you want to sell high.
And he's restricted as well, so I have no
issue. The guy that'll go somewhere else and turn the fuck up.
Yeah. Now this is one where make him a depth piece and not a starter, and I'm okay with this. Jordan Meredith.
You know what?
He's restricted as well.
Just by virtue of what these idiots have done, I want him out of here. So I know for a fact that he's not my center next year.
Tyler Linderbaum, baby.
I'm just saying, bro, because these guys have died on some pretty stupid hills. Like, I don't know what's happening in the National Football League, like with Kevin Stefanski dying on some of these coaches are like, yo, bro, they like the chick when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah, I would bring
nobody playing on my phone.
Beat up the government car. Let me say this: if Pete's not in the building, I'd bring Meredith back and have him be a rotational guard, not a center, but a depth piece at the guard position. The last 2 ones right here, you guys, before we get out of here. UDFA, he'd be cheap. He's also a ERFA. Will Putnam, I'd bring him back and put him on the practice squad.
Man, I'd put him right out on the street. Get the F up out of here.
Raiders herpes right here, you guys. Sam Webb, you gotta go.
Sam Webb's gotta go. Listen, put him into the dark good night. Go get you a job being a closer at a car dealership, Sam Webb. See you later. We never knew ye.
So pretty much, I mean, everybody that's going to be free agents, you guys, maybe a few of them, bring them back. Mostly just let everybody walk. But the thing is, you have a ton of money, right? And we're going to have to hit on some of these drafts because you're looking at all these free agents.
You're going to have to go out on free agency too and outfit the team in a proper way because a lot of these guys, they're moving them and changing their positions and shit. Like, yo, if you need to fill that position, why don't you go out and go get a guard by trade? Yeah. Go out and get a safety by trade.
Agreed.
Pete is on some Al Davis shit. Al used to do this all the time. You know, when I see Dan Marino, I don't see a quarterback. I see a third down fullback who throws occasionally or some stupid shit like that. The F up out of here with that crap. Sorry, I'm sleepy, man. I'm starting to get angry now. See, now you got me all revved up, man.
Never talk about the
F up out of here.
Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. Let's let our brother go get some rest. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, make sure you guys get those likes. So wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs. We got about 1,000 people still here in the building. We appreciate you. We hope you guys enjoyed the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted or the Wasted and Graphk show. We will be back tomorrow. I have the Raiders Cowboys preview. Once again, salute to my guy Chad Miller. He will be over here breaking this game down with me, Colton Miller's brother. He has his own media company. He works for the Sac Hornets, the Sacramento State team, Sacktown. Wasted Sacktown. You know what I mean? So he will be over here.
Sacktown, Sacrament, what?
Toe, baby. Toe, the things that you like a lot.
You're your boy Rex, baby. The Foot Sex Twins.
Yo, but other than that, man, as always, we love you guys so much. Salute to the Mod Fathers for pulling up and holding down the chat. Salute to everybody, man, that provided something in the chat, man. Great questions from you guys tonight. And as always, we will be live all week long. Tomorrow, preview. We have, I think, one more. I think we'll probably do one more Graphk and Wasted and Graphk show before the week is up. Maybe the last. We'll do another preview show Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, man, we might do another one where, the great and powerful Wasted's rested and spry. And it could be a late show, too.
But also, I think we may have another guest here in the next few days.
Yes, sir. We're working on some things.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. You're going to be seeing a lot more of these shows will be a lot more frequent with the Graphk and Wasted or the Wasted the Graphk show. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Love and appreciate you guys. Wasted, go get some motherfucking sleep, dog. And we are out of here.
Touchdown!